adventures. Hopefully everybody is doing well today and fantastic. It's actually a cloudy day here in CDO. I'm in CDO, and it's very cloudy today. I think storms are coming in, so which makes it hard on everybody. So, but I want to welcome everybody to the stream today. I don't know if anybody's on yet. I'm early. I'm always early. Not always. I run late. So let's see here. Who is online? Let me see here. Let me go back. Hopefully I can do this. Oh, okay. Good morning. Oh, quite a few. Okay. Good morning, Tropical Tim. Good morning from Texas. We arrived this week, and I did not realize how much I missed the USA. Food, Tommy. Happy Thanksgiving. I could understand. I understand that. You do. You miss certain things. You know there's pros and cons. I know that when you get out of there, you miss things, or leave here, you miss things to the Philippines. And vice versa. And, you know, you get there and you say, oh man, I miss the Philippines with this. I miss the Philippines with that. I tell you what, I would miss is the fruit here. Unbelievably. Best fruit in the world I've ever had. As far as food, questionable. But fruit is the best. You know, the pineapple, the mangosteen, you know, anything that you have as far as fruit here is always delicious. They have some wonderful fruit. So, good morning, Tropical Tam. Barry Nix, good morning. We're having smoked turkey. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you and happy Thanksgiving week to everybody. Hopefully everybody is doing well today. And I understand. I understand that. Smoked turkey is nothing better, right? Good morning, love me forever. How you doing? I'll try to be there working overnight. Yeah, I know you work nights, and I understand. I understand how it is. We'll be there in the Philippines January for 3 weeks. A family visit and back home here. You're not staying too long. It's all right, I understand. I was in town yesterday and bought 3. Andy, good morning. How you doing? A new subscriber, welcome. I was in town yesterday, bought 3 tomahawk steaks for Thanksgiving. My family wanted steak this year. God bless. 3 tomahawks, man, that had to cost you a pretty penny. Well, it depends. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. It depends where you buy it. There's this place in Orlando, it's called Deloach's, and it's Italian family. They started this meat market, and they mass produce chicken, steak, pork, and they started out in this little place, and then they got a bigger place, then they got a bigger place, then they got a bigger place. That place, you go in there, they sell the meat. They have great prices for meat in Orlando. There's really great prices. A friend of mine went to Deloach's this past week and bought some chicken thighs. And he's going to make, you know, chicken thighs make great grilling and for wings, hot thighs. Have a good Thanksgiving. Thank you, Andy. Jenny, good morning. How you doing, Jenny? I'll be home in the Philippines sometime in December. I told wife we're staying only 1 week. Jenny, you're not staying too long. 1 week. 1 week in the Philippines, and that's it? That's it? Yeah, you're not staying too long at all. You get here in time to go. So, well, okay. Whatever you say. 1 week. Hope you enjoy your stay in 1 week. Keep it going, actually will. Morning, Fred. What is that? Ghost and you're mad? Are you in good mood today, Fred? Good morning, Tom. Happy Thanksgiving from Dallas today. Then headed to Florida for Christmas. I know you guys spend a lot of time in Florida. And good morning, Fred. Hopefully RV is running fine and you're doing well. And your wonderful family. I know that it's tough sometimes traveling on the road. You guys are full-time now on the road, Fred, right? Aren't you full-time on the road? Lucky Larry, Lucky in Life. My brother from Las Vegas. How are you? What happened to Charles Huckstad? Is he around? You know what? I've actually been wondering about him. Today I tell you what, today I will I will message him today and find out how he's doing and what's going on. I haven't heard from him in a while. He's got a cabin up in somewhere up there. I don't know where. I know where, but I've forgotten now. He does a lot of work. He's a great carpenter, great carpenter. Late shift here in Vegas. Just got off work. Yeah, look, I understand. Did you do band last night, or did you do any cooking? Were you chef? Happy Thanksgiving. Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Good morning. It's me forever. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. How are you? Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you for coming on today and spending your valuable time with me today. I really appreciate it. I sure will. I'll tell all the family. Happy Thanksgiving, Mr. Paul. I'll be here working today in the background. I understand. I do understand that. I know it's tough because a lot of the guys that come on here, it's late time, so it's 9 p.m. or earlier, or depending on, let's say, spring forward, fall back, so you guys back an hour. So it's maybe not too bad, right? Wes, good morning, Sir Tom. We went to Gatorland. Gatorland, you did? Thought you said your company name still on the cameras there. Is it really? Is it really? Yeah, I installed cameras, oh man, I don't know, 20 years ago in that place. Cameras everywhere. I installed did a real nice card access, fingerprint scanner for the offices. So cameras everywhere. And my name's still on them. So that means it's either being maintained by someone else, just left my name on there. Wow. That brings back a lot of memories. Great place, by the way. Gatorland Zoo in Kissimmee, Florida. You ever have an opportunity, anybody's on here today, 10's on, so there you go. Hey, also hubby, and maybe in CDL January. Maybe a meet. We were only there for a few weeks. Need to get back here and work. Okay, Wes, we can do that. Just yell when you're here, and Ruth and I and R will scoot over. We're trying to maneuver our way back to Marama today. Last week they were supposed to start on the floors. The gentleman was sick, had the flu. He was working in a place called Ontapon, and it's very cold up there. You're up in the clouds. And the temperature between that and him coming down to the hot, because there is it's got to be 30 to 40 degree difference between there and here. Believe me, when I was up there, you get up, fog is there, or cloud, we're in the clouds until 11 o'clock, almost 12 o'clock, fog, every day. And it's cold. I'm freezing my butt off. I had no jacket, wearing shorts. Brother saying hi. Now I'm headed off to bed early. And off all next week. Happy Thanksgiving. Pete said, good morning. I'm glad you're doing well, and glad, okay. Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving, Harry Pals. Well, Tom, you're moving home when you come in the USA. Harry, I'm coming as soon as I can. We're just waiting on the visa. I want to go earlier. I'm going to try to go earlier. We're getting the house fixed. We're going to get the girls settled. And then I'm going to filter to U.S. and work a job. So I can have more money. Work a job so I can maintain I can be better prepared. This move and doing all this and moving around because of all that trouble, it's cost me $10,000, $12,000 at least, maybe more. It's because you're paying first, last security deposit because you don't get your money back. So you got to stay. So we're staying here for free because I already paid first, last security. So it's just a lot of things, because you got electric, you're paying electric 2 places, 3 places. It's just a mess. I'm here finally. Been here. Been months. Miss you guys. Miss you too, Patricia. What's going on? Same old thing, Patricia. Good to see you, though. It's really good to see you. We're in the desert of Arizona, Tom. Good internet. The cold tonight. Really sun and setting 9 p.m. Yeah, I can remember in Arizona when I was a kid. Well, now it's November, though. Setting now at 9. You must be really over there somewhere. close to the sun setting that late towards Los Angeles. But I do remember setting at 10 o'clock at night. And it's really different. You get to play outside till 10. We bought a 32-foot diesel pusher. High miles, but runs great. Good for you, man. I'm so happy for you. I hope the thing runs forever. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful life together. You being Filipina, you understand how it is, and you understand that lifestyle now, and you've been doing it a while. So it's really a good thing to see that things are going well for you. I like that. Timmy, good morning. How you doing, Mr. Timmy? Welcome, welcome. How is everything? Obama's still on the clink, so it's sad, brah. So Timmy, what's going on? Pumpkin Joe, good morning, sir. How you doing? Good morning, good morning. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Week. We're just going to have a normal week. We're not, well, we have turkeys, as you guys know. We possibly will have one of our turkeys, depending on how many gets through with the floors. I cannot go home. The floors are rotted. And so the guys are there. They did show up today. They're working on my floors. My drill died. My brand new drill I just bought. It died. The batteries are working, but the drill died. Don't know why. Don't know. So they're doing it all by hand, which creates a lot of hassle. As you guys know, undrilling boards with 40 screws in one board by hand, they're going to be frustrated. But other than that, everything has been good and everything is well. But I can't go there, so I have to stay here. I got Omer with me, and the girls are there because Omer starts school. We had to break it apart because it's their second semester, and she needs to be there to start it because they have exams next month. So she's got to be at that school to start that. So they left yesterday to get there, and then they have to be there to build the house. If the house is finished this week, we will try to do a quick move over. But then, as you guys know, when you're moving, the guy quoted me $250 to go there, load this all up, and take it there and unload it. So we'll have to do that, $250. And I think I have to pay an extra $60 for the driver or something. I really am not sure. I got to figure that out. So we're going to do that quickly and get over there and unload everything and get that finished and go the next step there, you know. So welcome. Good morning, Ken. And he'll be there for much longer, Timmy. Ken Unger saying. Hello, Tom and family. Happy Thanksgiving to you, and happy Thanksgiving to you, Ken. Welcome. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well, and hopefully you got a good turkey plan this week. Thanksgiving dinner plan. Ken, not when he married shop. I was planning the long motorbike riding day. My wife met me, but it started raining 10 minutes ago. Looks like I'll be video editing today, I guess. I tell you what, Pumpkin, for the next 5 days, I saw the news on my phone. Well, it says on my phone. If it's on the internet, it's true, right? It says on my phone next 5 days. And that was my worry at the house, because if they're making concrete and everything else, and it's pouring down raining, and then they got the rock, and then they got the concrete, where are they going to do that undercover? You guys, you understand, it's like, are you kidding me? Storm's headed to Cebu. I guess it's going to go this way or that way, and so there it is. So I understand. Long motorbike ride would be fun. Good morning, Hong. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you guys. Mark King, good morning. How's Mr. Mark? How's Hong? Good to see you. Bought that drill through Shopee, I guess. I bought this one through Lazada. Well, yeah, this one I bought through Lazada. The other 7, 8 drills I bought locally, Shopee, and Lazada. I've gone through really that many drills, yeah. And each one of them $60, $80 each time, yeah. Because you got to have a drill. And this is the DeWalt brand, right? I've always been, so I said, I'm going to the home center. I'm going to Wilcon's. I'm going to buy me a good one. So I went in there and I paid $80. Guaranteed. The guy guarantees it's the best one on the shelf. This one, this one right here, and we've had it about a year, and it's locked up. It's just not working. It's got issues, Ruth said this morning. I said, so immediately we'll go through my my mind, rage goes up to here. I say, "You kidding me? There goes another bunch of money." And I only had this thing short period of time. Then I go rage, and then I go, "Oh, well, nothing I can do about it. Let it go." So I let it go. I let it go. I've given up on buying anything here. If and when I get to the States, I will purchase a legitimate tool, and then I will bring it back with me here when I do come back. If and when I do come back. Ruth says she wants to stay there a while because it's just this we had another scam, a Pumpkin Joe. I'm not gonna get into it today. It's too negative. Hong, I was quieter. Other places you rented there, was it quieter? You know what? I gotta tell you, this week it's been a turmoil week for us. Down here is neighbors that are very loud, and the girls are loud. They're 16, 17, 15, our age, but they're very loud and they sing. Well, this week, their son, which is a two-ish, was being mistreated in a way that was questionable. Maybe, how can I say without being abused? Okay. So I tell them to stop it. I'm calling the police. I run to try to find the landlord. As I'm up there at the landlord's house, the mother's there. I said, I don't know what's going on. You've got to get a handle on this with your children. You got 4 kids. They're mistreating that boy. She goes, "Are you kidding me?" I'm not kidding. He says, "You've got to get a handle on this." And the boy is crying to the top of his lungs. Just come to find out, they were mistreating the boy. And it's just the boy's constantly crying all the time. It's noisy. It is so noisy that it's unbearable. It's gotten to the point to where I leave and go on top of the hill so I can have peace and quiet. Since that happened, last 3 days, it's been calm. But before that, it's just been pure. In fact, Ruth's gotten to the point, says, I said, let's go talk to the landlord. Let's see if we can get a handle on this. They're renters too. Landlord owns all these properties down through here. So it's really a mess. Lazada lasts 2 or 3 longer, I'm surprised. Well, I realized that they're all buying from the same source. And the Shopee guys are buying from Lazada. Lazada's buying from Shopee. They're all buying from the same source supply. There's one big distributor in Manila that brings all that stuff in from China, and they're all buying from the same place. I mean, they're buying all this stuff at DeWalt's and all that stuff. Now, the batteries are lasting, but everything else is not. Even Wilcon's not quality tools. Yeah, even Wilcon's, it's not. I racked my brain on it to where it's gotten to the point where I just said I'm not buying any more tools. Honestly, I've been happy with my Lazada purchases. Shopee is another issue. My wife just learned a lesson again with the Shopee purchase. We ordered a phone, and it was from TikTok. So this phone came in. It was 600 peso. It was a Note 10, their version, special. It comes in at 6,100 peso for shipping. That's their trick. So I'm not paying. It was supposed to be 600 peso plus shipping, and shipping was quoted on the TikTok form at, I don't remember, it was 400 peso, $8. Okay, so 1,000 peso, $20 to get a phone. Well, it was wrong. Of course, it was all a scam. So we sent it back, and I sent a reply back to the manufacturer there. Please don't buy from this guy. They're bad. Hey man, that's terrible. I know. At China for you, why things they make things so cheap. Hi, Sis Lagai, and just informed me I'm missing your live stream. Hello, Kevin Nash. High five. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming on. Good to see you. Long time no see. And tell Sis Lagaya that we love her, and thank her for waking you up. No, I don't know. What time is it? Oh, it's only, well, not only, it's 10 o'clock, right? Yeah, it's crazy, Hong. I was so upset. Hello to all, times 3. Yeah, Hong, it was a situation where I was I was really angry. I was. Um, the guy said, "Well, 6,000." I said, 6,000 for what? You know? And I said, "No way. That's too much money." And I said, "I'm not paying that. It's too much money. I'm not going to go down that road. Been scammed so many times. It's just automatic. You know, you just have to be like, let it roll off your back, because it's going to happen. It just happens. I'll never forget one time we ordered clothespins. You know, the standard clothespins, wooden clothespins. I don't remember. They're really cheap. So we bought them and they shipped in, and we opened the pack, and the clothespins were about that big. They were real little. They were like really big, really small clothespins. I said, "What are we going to do with that? Hang up baby clothes?" She goes, "Dollhouse clothes, I guess." So you really have to look at it and really have to go in depth. And that doesn't mean it's true either. But it's okay. You know, I just realized that when we order something from Lazada, just expect it to be bad. And then when you order it, it doesn't mean it's going to get here, right? It doesn't mean it's going to show up on your doorstep correctly, right? So what I mean by that is I was expecting something I really needed. I needed a case for my phone, and I really needed the case for my phone. So I ordered it, and the guy says, "No, I'm not going to deliver it there today. I called you and you didn't answer your phone." He never called. So they didn't deliver it. So I tell the supplier he didn't deliver it because this. So I reordered another one. Well, you know, the same thing happened. The guy that not J&T, but the other one, wouldn't deliver it. It just says, "Sorry, we don't come to that area." Well, you know what? That's not my problem. So I get angry with the guy on the phone. He called me this time. And I said, "Just bring it to my house." No, we're already past. We're not in Bulawayo anymore. We're in another area because I live in Bulawayo. I says, "Well, So I sent another one to the supplier. I guess I'm going to have to order somewhere else. She says, "It's not us that decides. It's Lazada that decides the shipper. It's not us." I said, "Just get J&T delivered, specified." So J&T got it here, like they always do. J&T is the best. Where have you been hiding? Yeah. Good morning, Joe and Jenny. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, we're doing well. I'm the only one here. I'm holding down the fort by myself. Ruth is in Maramug today. I was thinking about going to the mall today and want to buy some groceries, but I think I'm going to stay in today. Me and Omer are going to stick in the house today. Not much going on. It's a rainy day. Very quiet this morning so far. We'll see. Lalaine Reyes, good morning, good morning. How are you doing? Nice to see you too. Miss Ruth is over in Maramug today. They're replacing their floors finally. Thank goodness for that. So you guys, some of those shippings, they take advantage, Hong. They really do. Mark King, how you doing this morning, Mr. Mark? And how is Mark King? He always sends me some nice videos and I watch them. The thing too, Hong, that I noticed too is there are a lot of the guys that are online now. They figured out a way that what they do is if they can get someone to commit, they're going to have 2 or 3 people that will stick. And what I mean by that is 2 or 3 people will stick and pay that 6,000 peso for that. So if you send out, say, 100 phones, somebody will end up paying for that. So it makes it worthwhile for them to do that and pay 6,000 pesos. Now, I don't know, a lot of Filipinos, surprisingly, would be surprised that they were going to have, if someone you think is going to be delivered for 1,000 and they come up and say 6,000, I'm surprised, but I'm sure they get them. So, good, Mark King. Good to see you. My wife gets ordered these flowers and things, light up your walkway at night. They last about 3 months. We stopped working. I order from overseas. Excuse me, surprised to end this. Puppy Joe, I know exactly what you're talking about. We ordered these wall lights, and they have lithium batteries in there, which is fine. 185/60 batteries. And so luckily I can exchange them out and I charge them up and then put them in. And Ruth would buy those and they would work really well for, 2 months, and then they're gone. So eventually went through the cycle, all those, ended up to the next phase and the next phase and the next phase. And so I bought this parking lot light. You know, the light in parking lots, LED. I paid $60 for it, and then plus shipping here, right? Cool. No worries. Put it up. Oh man, that thing, man, you could, parking lot, no worries. Well, that lasted about a month and a half. Dead. I go, oh my God. Thing's huge, you know, it's huge. It's got this big thing and solar on the top. This thing's huge. So I sent a thing to the supplier. I said, sorry, sir, nothing we can do about it. We're sorry. It's just the way it is. Sorry, sir. So I take it apart and try to fix it. Nah, it's junk. It's just Chinese junk. So I take that light off. I buy another one. I buy one that I already have on the property. So I'll buy another. So brought it in. It had different LEDs. It's working okay. Ruth just told me this last night that thing stopped working. I said, you know, I give up on all of it. Oh, and my solar stopped working. So I got to call the solar guy to have him come in. I don't know what's going on. Maybe a line's cut or who knows. You know, who knows. But my solar at the house stopped working, which was our lifeline. I mean, I was only paying just a few hundred peso for electricity. Now I end up paying quite a bit more because the fridge is still running there. It had food in the freezer that Ruth's not able to eat. We have internet that's running for the vending machine out front, you know, for the coins for the internet. We have that internet running. You know, lights on the other house because the solar stopped working, so we have lights on a timer. They go on and off, LED lights. So as you can see that we were just struggling with that. So I go, what do you mean it died? So I got to deal with that. That video about buying land, I thought you might like it right away. It's really good and really good advice. The guy was really smart. Yeah. John Calder, good morning, good morning. Is it possible to pay CODs if you pay with credit card, debit card on the order, get canceled, takes before you get credit back on your cards? You can, John. You can buy COD. But I just, always the best way is never use your cards, never use anything on your cards. You will get credit back on it, and it will take sometimes 10 days or so. That's no problem. The key is COD. Have them ship it COD. Everything delivered to your house COD. When you get it, you inspect it, you open it up, and make sure it's what you ordered. The Lazada, some Lazada guys won't let you do that. But realistically, don't pay for something if you don't see it. Open the bag. Hey, I need to open this. Last time I got scammed. Tell the guy I got scammed. He's going to agree to you and say, open it up. Okay, and test it and see if it works. Test the drill. Test it if you order any of that stuff and test it. If it doesn't work, then you can give it back to the guy at that moment and say, just send it back because it's crap. But if it works, you can make a decision to keep it or not. And that's really the best way. I used to buy stuff at Lazada. It got to be a nightmare on my credit cards. They would, you know, sometimes credit me, sometimes not credit me. And I did end up losing money from time to time. I did. $100, you know, here and there. So through the 9 years, 8+ years I've been here. So what the best thing to do is send everything COD, and if COD, you'll have availability to send it back. Ruth sends stuff back all the time. I mean, she ordered a purse or something, and it was not what she ordered, and she sent it back directly. I mean, immediately. So I only pay COD in person, stop scams. Yes, and it makes it better. Meaning that you can check the item and see if it's worthwhile. Because a lot of times you're going to find that what you ordered is not what you get. I mean, there are a lot of times where people say, you buy something, you say you pay $5,000, and you get it as a brick inside or a rock. And what they do, there's numerous scams. It's either caught up into the system and the delivery guys change it out, or it's the manufacturer that's sending it and they do it. Be careful on ordering stuff from China. Now what they're doing now from China is they're saying it ships from the Philippines, but really it ships from China. So when you order something, It may take you 10, 15 days to even think about getting it here, maybe up to 20, 30 days. So what you need to do is make sure that it's something that you don't need immediate, and just do it that way. I found that maybe going in person and buying this stuff is better, but even at Ace Hardware and Handyman and all the places I've been, it's all the same. It's all the same. I had the guy check the light that I bought there at the store, make sure it worked. At Ace, brought it here. It's one of those magnetic circular lights you just tie it in with the dome, and it's not working. So I take it back. Well, sorry, sir. You bought it. It's that. There's nothing you can do. Nope. And so I threw it in the garbage can. I mean, lost, $10, $12. But I just took it and just, well, where's your garbage can? We don't have one. Take it and throw it away because I don't need it. Because you scammed me, or the item is cracked or something. So he took the item and I walked out the door. Security guard goes, what happened? I said, item I bought didn't work, and they wouldn't give me credit for it. They wouldn't give me another one, wouldn't help me with it. So what do you think my attitude is about this place, right? So that's just the way it is, and you got to let it go. You got to just be able to walk away. I don't know. I probably lost, a lot. You guys remember all my escapades with the drills and all the tools and the sanders and the hole saws and all that stuff I bought. I've spent probably hundreds of dollars on that stuff. Thank goodness for Tim. Tim and Mr. Mitch Brumwell, they sent me all tools. Tim T.L. Roy sent me a lot of stuff, not drills, but screws, all kinds of stuff that would enhance. And they're using those screws today. They're actually wood screws, outside wood screws. They're going to be using that in my flooring and use that today. I don't know how they're going to screw it in, but the long ones. It's hard to change in cities with families. It's possible to get a short-term rental leases. You can get one. I mean, this lady was month to month. You can get short-term leases, month to month, a few weeks at a time. It can vary though. Like you can have, some will tell you need to sign a year. Some will tell you have to sign 6 months. They were trying to get me into 6 months when the last place was staying, and I wouldn't do it because it was a horrible environment. In the beginning, it was okay, like the first week or so, but then the guys started partying at night, and there was a sorry store across from my bedroom window, and they would drink all night, and they're gamers, so they're young kids, and they would game and drink all night, and then they would party, and then it'd be loud, and so we ended up not sleeping very well there at all. So where you stay matters, and it doesn't matter even if you're in a subdivision. Even we were in the subdivision, it was the same. People say, yeah, well, they make them turn off the lights and make them do this. No, they don't. Not when we were. So if you pay $200 a month on a house in a subdivision, and that happens, what do? You just nothing. There's nothing you can do. Who are you going to complain to? There's a guard. So you complain to the guard. Sorry, sir, there's nothing I can do about it. It's at nighttime. I only work day shift. Well, who's the night guy? Who can we talk to? Sorry, sir, I don't know. Well, who's your boss? Well, he's over here. Well, can you get him on the phone? No, sir, I can't get him on the phone. I said, well, there's partying and karaoke all hours, 3, 4 in the morning. Can't take it anymore in the subdivision. There's many Americans here that are the same thing. Oh, I hear it every day, sir. There's nothing I can do about it. Sorry. It's to the point to where, sorry, sir. And so it got to the point, I said, well, we'll move out of there. So we did, and ended up somewhere else. Yeah, COD, drivers not reliable. You could just clear off probably bill like 3 million pesos simple or say 60K. yeah, I know a guy did that. You guys know, many guys have done that. Just clear off your property, build a 3 million peso, 60,000 peso house, and then have all that, 5 bedroom, 6 bedroom, and have all that, and then your poor wife has got to clean it, or you got to clean it and maintain it, or hire a maid to help maintain it. Man, you don't need all that. That's the reason I bought a 500 square foot house. That's all I need, man. And then if a family comes, or I got somebody coming, I got the blessing house. That'll easily sleep 2 or 3 people. It's got an upstairs room, You want aircon? No worries. I got aircon. We put aircon in the window and turn it on. And if you it's got, shower, everything. It's just not hot water. We can take care of that also. But I have that, and that's the reason I did that. I thought of that especially. Being out and about makes me really appreciate my house. It's quiet in my house. I don't have rats. I don't have cockroaches. I don't have any of that stuff. My house is quiet. It's like a rat was here in the house. Well, my little dog, I said, go get him. Go get that thing. And how did he get in? Because I can't stand it. They are eating through the screen. Hole through the screen. Metal. So, he got him. Nailed him. Took care of that sucker. He didn't last 2 minutes in the house. That dog, that Chihuahua, grabbed that thing and flipped that thing, and he's gone. I went and buried him this morning. The thing of it is you don't, and that, the first house, we would have anywhere 5 to 7 to 10 a night come out. Yeah. And so it got to the point to where it was unbearable. I even felt one crawling on the bed. So I told landlord, you got to get in here and get these. So we started filling up holes. We were everywhere filling up holes with the steel wool and doing everything in this one house here in CDO. And it was like, Davao was worse. So the place we were in there, and it's a new house. I mean, the door to the bottom of the door is this wide. And they're crawling underneath the front door of the house. It's a beautiful home. Man, they're crawling in everywhere. They're crawling in everywhere. No matter where we've been, we've had a rat problem. And this one has been the least. And we've only caught probably in the 3 months we've been here, probably 20 or 30 of them. But in the first house, we caught probably 50. We stayed at in Davao. It's been horrible. So it's very quiet. It's very content. I'm very content there. So I go to sleep. I don't hear the roosters and the noise and all the other stuff. Unless they're at my window, I won't use bank cards online because I don't trust financial security of service here. Yeah, I question it. I got to tell you, I went to use my card the other day on something, and I got really scared. I got scared. I said, I really don't need to do that. I don't think I need to do that at all. I got scared because there's so many problems with that. And for me to find it, the banking now is a pain in the neck. For me to find it, it's kind of hard for me to fight. What I mean by that, it's hard for me to, I'm here and I go to Wells Fargo and say, hey, I want to put a claim against this. It's just pain in the neck now. It used to be easy. Now it's a pain. Good morning, Warren. How you doing, Warren? Good morning, good morning. How are things with you? I stopped ordering from U.S. because shipping costs, shipping time, customer service to receive value of releasing it, and so on. Yeah, every time I turn around, they say, sir, you owe me 400 peso for customs. What? Yeah. So I had no Amazon, none of that stuff I don't order because I'm not paying the COD charges. I did because I can order from Amazon here and get it here. But I can't do it in my house. Go figure. But my buddy Tom Shipman can order and he can get it where he's at, but they won't deliver where I live out at base camp. Go figure. I don't know. So here, but I can get it. But last thing I ordered, we had to pay $8 custom fees. Custom fees for what? Going through customs? Yeah, $8. It's not worth it. It should replace the item with the receipt. They should. Mr. Somebody, high five. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you. Man, that's annoying, late night drinking. It is. It's so frustrating. I got to the point to where I said, I'm not doing this. You get a 4-bedroom home and come work in the province. Yeah, you could get a nice 4-bedroom home in the province for that. Here's the thing, Kevin, though, but if you're going to do that, and you want a $60,000 or $70,000 home wherever you want here in the Philippines, there's a bunch of things you got to think of. Know your neighbors. Know where it's going to be. Even it's on your wife's family's land, and you have they're your neighbors. Make sure you really think about that closely. Number 2 is Make sure there's no liens or any kind of problems on that. A couple of Americans this week, since I did that video, wrote me and said they're having problems with theirs because the people are coming saying you owe me money, you gain access. That's my road. What do you mean that's your road? Well, I was told, no, that belongs to me. Here is my title and here is my blueprint. It shows that's my road. So now they had to pay this guy a large sum of money because they're driving on his road. He wants it every year. It's just constant. It's constant. It'll take you, it took us almost 4 years to get our title and deed squared away on our land. And it was legit, meaning we had it surveyed, and there was no taxes owed on it. It's just a process. 4 years. 4 years from start to finish. It was a nightmare. Ruth had probably went there probably 40 times at the land office. Got to do this, you got to go do this, you got to go back to the bank, get this done, then you got to go to the land office, then once you do that you come back to the bank, and then once you come back to the bank, then you go back to this office. It was just a headache. It was not worth it. Just not worth it. I would not own land again. I would never own any land here. I would lease an ironclad contract with an attorney or 2 attorneys or 3, because I would never own land here. It's not worth it. Ruth even said it. It's not worth it. And if you buy it for 60, you're going to get 10 out of it, or you're going to get 20 out of it. You'll never get your value out of your house. So these guys coming here spending 60, 80, 100 grand, the value of that house is worth not a third. So somebody goes buys it, right? The value of the house is only worth, it's like a car, only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. So how many Filipino do you think is going to be able to come up 60 or 80K? How many U.S. citizens come up? Many. But you're not going to find that the U.S. citizen is going to be driving from point A to point B out in the province and have a house in the province and then drive back here and deal, because a lot of people want different things. And so having a house out in the province for 60, 80,000, no. That's the reason I bought this house. It's transportable. I get mad. They get mad at me. Something happens. World comes to an end. I can pick it up. I can move it to another piece of property somewhere. And I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry. It's got a bathroom, shower, sinks, water, electric, solar, everything on the house, attached to the house. So I don't have to worry about anything. I don't want, and I thought about this 9 years ago when I decided to buy this house. That's very lousy, sure. I saw Tim Man got tired of stuff going on. He took off. He's gone. He is. I saw that. He's in. Last time I saw, he's in a wire, as my mother used to say, a wire. And he's yeah. He's not the only one. There's another vlogger that got kind of same situation I was in, where he's gone. He's the named vlogger here too. He's gone. So he says he's in Thailand. He's not in Thailand. He's back in the States. He messaged me. He said, I'm back in the States. I had to get out. I said, why? He says, I chased out. So he's bringing his wife to the States. Can you not go to the local Broadway and complain to him about the noise in the Philippines? They have a place making such noise at such time of night. You can, Mark King. It doesn't do any good, because it's after the fact. A barangay captain has the authority to go around and stop the noise. But you're going to find that most of the time, 99.9% of the time, he won't do it because it crosses the line of his thing. He won't do that. He won't do it. He won't cross the line because family, brother, cousins, aunt, uncles, he's tied there, and everybody knows everybody, and he doesn't want to rough the waters and the waves. And you'll find that they won't do that. You would think that they would, but they won't do it. Been there, done that. They won't rough the waters. Every once in a while, you'll have a barangay captain will go straight and do it. There's no police. There's no such thing as police. You can call a policeman, but to get them to come out there and they're not going to do anything. They're just going to tell the guys to quiet down, and 5 minutes later they're mad at you because the guy said, hey, yeah, he complained over here. And next thing you know, they're throwing rocks on top of your house. And next thing you know, things happen. So you got to be very, very, very careful and walk on thin ice, especially with your neighbors. So what I do if it gets really loud and over the point, I go over there and I say the next day, I say, man, that was one heck of a party you had last night, right? It's always young kids. And he goes, yeah. I said, you got a hangover? And he goes, yeah. And I said, well, good for you because you were so loud last night. He goes, I was I? I said, he goes, sorry. I said, yeah, it was really loud. And it got to the point I couldn't sleep for a while. He goes, oh, I'm so sorry, sir. So I approach it in a happy, good neighbor thing. I said, here, I'll tell you what. Here's a couple hundred peso. Next time, will you please keep it down? And they do. And then until they get rowdy drinking. My house is 3-bedroom, 2-bath, hot water, and a master. 200 square meter. My cost is about $15,000. There you go. That's okay. My house, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, hot water, master, 200 square meters. That's a big house. And my cost about $15,000. Yeah. And the thing of it is, it's really good. And you got a house like that. See, a lot of times, so many more cost more than that. See, even my blessing house cost me probably, I don't know, $10,000. And it's only small. But you got to realize, did you have yours built or did you buy it, Rick? Did you build it or bought it? Just 1/3 of the price, summer home in U.S. would be very nice. Yeah, I actually saw some nice houses in the States. Really, really nice houses, fair prices too. I said fair meaning I saw some nice houses for fair, 60, 80 grand, 100 grand. They're in Georgia, Alabama, Savannah, Georgia, North South Carolina has some beautiful homes. I personally would, me personally, it's a great investment. If it's anything I would buy, it'd be land. I wouldn't purchase a house. I would buy the land that's on the, and then do that. If anything, buy the land. Not worth money, cost the house, start to get money back. Yeah, you can't. You're never going to get your money back. And Rick Morris might be able to get 15 grand out of his house if he tries to sell it. Which he probably would never, but I'm just saying, because it's the future for him and he's planning on staying for a long time, and that would be great. I think the hardest thing would be when you have a house here is, especially in subdivisions. Pumpkin Joe, did you sell your house? You have any people wanting to buy it? It's trying to have someone have to buy it. Did you sell yours, Pumpkin? Kevin asked, you could build a mansion in the province for that amount. You also put yourself on everyone's radar as worth so much money. Yeah, true. That is so true, so true, so true, so true, so true, so true. You will put yourself as rich, rich, rich. Let me tell you, a gentleman came to base camp before I got there. He built a real beautiful home, him and his wife. He's from Alabama. He paid, I think he ended up paying like 40 grand building his house. It's a beautiful home, huge. I mean, huge. Probably huge. I don't know, 6 or 8 bedroom, 3 or 4 baths. He had maids. Well, their base camp ended up being a Target. Rich. He got robbed like 4 times. He put barbed wire on his fences, had the cameras, did everything. And before he left there and went back to the States to live full time with his wife, he said to me, I got to get rid of this house. I said, I'm so sorry. I just spent, $20K on all the stuff I have here. I'm not going to, do anything. He says, I got to tell you, I got to get out of here. I said, why? He says, I'm a target. Everybody wants to come here and see this house. Everybody wants to come here and want to rob me. And I got robbed so many times, he says, I couldn't count them. He says, so I'm just going to let the house go. So he left. He's in the States, still is in the States. We used to exchange emails from time to time, like holidays and stuff. Nice guy. He ended up going back to work. And he was 67 at that time. He's still working, by the way. He's in his 70s. So he was telling me that he never did sell the house. I said, yeah, it's run down. People have moved into it. Mountain people have moved into it. And he goes, I figured that. He said, those, I was, it was a horrible situation for me. And he said, I'm glad to be out of there and back in the States. And I said, what really happened? He says, honestly, I was too big for my britches. He said, I thought I was it. I built this big, beautiful home for my wife, and we were really sad there at base camp. And there's no crime, really. Well, there is crime everywhere. I'm not going to say. People say, there's no crime here. Yeah, there's crime. Come on. People tell me that. I start laughing. Yeah, okay, right. But there's crime there. But he said that he got to the point where he just couldn't take it anymore. He had to get out. Isolated. Is that right about foreign home buyers in Provincetown? I gotta tell you, this guy, and this other guy, this other American, this Canadian, his wife decides, okay, we're gonna build this big beautiful home right in town. So they build this big beautiful home. Then the same thing happened. The rich, right? So he was getting like people knocking on his door all the time, need money, this, that, and robbed. And robbed, I mean literally robbed by gunpoint. And he got to the point where he said, he got out. He went back to Canada. Him and his wife went back to Canada. The house is presently owned by the guy that owned, which is another Canadian, by Marguerite. They took the house and they turned it into an Airbnb. And he ended up buying it from him for 1/10 of the cost, like $10,000. It's here. And he turned into an Airbnb, and so it's being used Airbnb. It has like he's got like five rooms he rents out. The guy's made a fortune off of it, but he owns the real big Marguerite there in town hotel. It's really a big one. Him and his wife started that years ago. They were in charge of the group there in town, and now there's no other foreigners in town but me, Ollie, and him, and Tom. Another Tom. That's it. There's no other foreigners. They're all gone. I go, when I go to town, I don't see anybody. I did see 3 Americans at the mall the other day. I did, at the mall. The first time ever, 3 Americans at the mall. And they all came and said hi to me. And we talked. And they're just there to visit, not to stay. 3, first time ever at the SM Mall downtown. Rick, I mean, I was in shock. I go, wow, an American. So I ran over, and he ran over to me. Hey, I know you. I know you too. I said, you're Tom. I go, yeah. So anyway, got time. Then another American was walking down the aisle. He came over. So it's like, wow. But then they're all headed back. They're going back to Texas. They're not living here. They're not going to live here. So it's just easier back in the States. Cheaper. He says, cheaper. The guy said, keep doing your videos. You got to do that food one. He says, I just paid at Big B's $14 for a plate of food that you couldn't eat. I said, you did? He goes, yeah. We have not seen this done ever, moving a home like your home and transporting. Yeah, you could easily move that home. It just folds up. It's on a piano hinge. You just fold out, fold in, and it's a 20-footer. A friend of mine in Baguio is ordering a 40-foot, and he's going to have it delivered in Baguio. It's going in Baguio, Kevin. He's going to put a 40-foot. He said, I'm not building no houses. I'm going to order one of those shipping containers. I don't want any racked. So he's putting a 40-foot on his property. He said, I said, here's the contact name in here, you know. Lost recollection, property enforced noise rules. Yes, feed enemies not good. Vloggers tried it. Yeah. You're right, Hom. The complaint with the brown guy would be known as complaint. I have vicious enemies down the road. Pumpkin Joe, you're right. That's exactly right. Yeah. If you go complain, you're known as the American that complains, and that will cause you conflict down the road with anything and everybody, because everybody talks. They know what you do. Did you know that I left one time and went to town? Ruth wasn't even here. Ruth is in Alibaba on her deed of her house. I went to town to Ollie's. And did you know Ruth texted me and says, where you at? As a joke. I said, I'm at Ollie's. He goes, yeah, I know. I was told by 3 neighbors that you left. I go, what? She said, yeah, they let me know that you left the house. I said, who let you know? She said, well, Noonie let me know. Ratatouille let me know. And then the neighbor across the street, I forgot their name, whatever their name is. Jonas or something. Anyway, they knew. I go, wow, they watch you. They do. People say they don't. They do. They know if I go to town, they know where I go. And then they'll ask me, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Or the tricycle driver, where are you going? Where are you going? You got your bag, where are you going? It's funny, I love it. But yeah, in fact, Ruth said to me, says, yeah, I knew about it. So you can't get away with anything. There was a guy came to the house, and I wanted him to pick up the garbage in the back. So the guy comes on the property, and I have him pull his motorcycle in and pick up all the garbage, the cans and bottles. This is in base camp. So he picks it up and he leaves. And later on that day, Ruth comes home and says, who was that at the came on the property? I go, what? Who was that came on the property? I don't know, some guy to pick up the cans. Why? Oh, the neighbor told me about it. It's like, whoa, dude. Whoa. That would be a good, I think, moving your home. Yeah, it would be. 3 months of video. Yeah, I ain't moving that bad boy. It's staying. And Barangay will not do anything about the noise. He will be seeing me every day down the Barangay. And then myself release me donuts asking how noise come along. Yeah, I tell you what, you could do that, but the problem is you will get a bad name for yourself, Mark. It really. It's just not all Filipino like them foreigners, okay? Not all Filipino. They'll tell you they like you, this, that, and other, but deep down inside, a lot of jealousy, greed. Sometimes they just don't like it. You know, if you're driving a new car, they're struggling home and don't have enough rice, and they see you doing okay. What do you think happens? What do you think the guy across the street, you have internet, you have a beautiful home, you have everything, a car, a wife, a family, and he's over there can't even afford rice for his family. So that's exactly what happens, and that's the reason the greed comes in, the theft. Best thing to do is keep low key. Don't talk. Don't open your mouth and say things that are. The best thing to do, to be honest, here in the Philippines, is just be quiet. Keep your mouth shut. It's really the best thing. I've learned that. You start talking to a tricycle driver, he starts talking English to you. He said, I need 50 more peso because I talked to you in English. Ruth told the guy last time, he said, I am not paying you 50 peso to talk English to my husband. Here's the money. You got a problem, we'll just go see the police department. He grabs the money. He said, she sets him straight, I'll turn you in. Because the guy talks English to me, he wanted more money. That's what the taxi driver had to do to me the other day. He said, I'll charge you more money because I'm speaking to you in English. I said, dude, in your dreams. I said, how many times you get away with that? He said, all the time. I said, you're not getting away with it today. He starts laughing. I said, you're not getting away with it today. I said, if you want to call a policeman, we can do it. We can talk. I said, I don't mind. I don't mind. I said, I'm one of those guys, man, I'll go right down to the police department. Before you know it, I'll see the captain. I said, I'm one of those guys. You're messing with the wrong dude. He says, well, all I was wanting is 50 peso extra. And I says, how about just me paying your tab here? And he says, I owe you 141. Here's 145. See ya. They'll do it, man. You got to be so careful. I'm sorry I'm late. My phone wouldn't let me log in. I had to fire up the laptop and update it. Oh, man, Bill. Good to see you. I hate when that happens. My phone, what happened, come to find out last week when the thing died, it was my charger. It caused a glitch in my phone. It caused me to drop the live stream. My wife made a comment to her friend about neighbors constantly barking dog keeping our newborn up at night. Friend made a comment on issue course. Neighbor hasn't spoken in years. Yeah. Did you sell your house, my friend? You got it up for sale. Are you still planning on selling it, right? I might have someone that might be interested. I'm not sure. So, but if he's supposed to get back with me. If he does, I will do that. Still waiting, like you said. Who has money? Only foreigners, OFWs. Oh, still waiting. Okay. I might, don't know. He's supposed to get back to me. I said, well, I have someone that I know that has a house. It's beautiful. And I told him your channel. So I don't know if he reached out to you. I don't know. But if he reaches out, I will let him. We built it. You want to make sure your builder. Glenn's did all the buying for it. The builder was there 6 days a week, and crew showed up every day. You built it yourself. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, you do. You have to make sure the builder's on track. And I'm not going to tell you how much it cost me to build my fence. Hi, Tom, Scott. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Average cost of nice house run about $2 million. Yes, you can find much cheaper, but 4 walls, some type of roof. Man, that's a lot of money. Nice house, that's a lot of money. You must live in a ritzy place. Ritzy. Raw, $2 million. Wow. I think Pumpkin Joe's house is cheaper than that, right? Down Duma? What do you want for your house? Pumpkin? When I am in the Philippines and someone comes to me saying that there's no crime there, I turn around and ask them where is no. Yeah, they're pretty so funny. I had this guy comment saying, there's no crime. Absolutely no crime where I live and where I go. Right. I said, let me say this. Do you have barbed wire at the top of your fence? Yeah. Do you have locks on your gate and you latch it and lock it? He said, no, I latch it. I said, do you have neighbors that have barbed wire or glass into the concrete? Yes. I said, you got crime, dude. Why? No, there's no crime. I said, why in the world do you think people would put glass bottles shattered on top of a concrete? Why do you think people lock their gates? Why do you think everybody has gates and locks on them? Why do you think people have all these things? It's because there's crime. Oh. I never thought of it that way. I said, well, why do you think there's barbed wire on these fences? People used to say to me, why do you have barbed wire in the back of your house? Well, because keep the crime out, dude. It keeps the honest people honest. That's all that stuff does. You want to cut through my fence, just go get a pair of scissors off the counter in the kitchen, and you can go cut that chain link fence because it's pot metal aluminum. Really easy to do. Really easy to do, seriously. So you could easily do that. But it's pot metal. It's cheap. So you could easily break in somebody's property. It's just keep honest people honest, and keep the beggars out. You know, because beggars would come to our front door, banging on the front door, wanting money from the mountain. Then Pumpkin Joe, Rick, Scott saying hi there, Bell Pratt. Sit back, watch him try to explain why there's no prison in the Philippines. And yeah, this guy was saying, hey man, we have no crime in Bohol. There's no crime here in Bohol. So I said, okay. So it wasn't, I don't know, 2-3 days later, somewhere in Bohol, there was a bank was robbed and the guy got stabbed coming out of a bar and this stuff. And I said, I should send this guy all this stuff. And I said, nah, it's not that important. But you know what? It's just that way. It is everywhere. It's just, who cares, you know? So Kevin Ash, Scott, good morning. Jack Eastman, good morning. Just tuning in. What's happening? Crime stats in the Philippines. I have Filipino friends who live in the gated community who are far wealthy, but they are mindful of the crime. How you doing, Jack? I tell you what, seriously, there are instances where at our house there in base camp, we were, guys actually came to, they cut our fence to rob. But the security lights kicked on and scared them away. I mean, they actually cut the fence to come on. They wouldn't have gotten anything. I don't know what they would get because that door in that garage is like a tank. And we have a heavy-duty lock on it. So if they were going to steal tools or steal anything, there's nothing there to steal. Because you're not getting in those houses, not what Ruth and I have done to it. We put deadbolts on them. You can't get in our houses. And you're not getting in the expandable house. I guarantee that. Well, you can with a big old sledgehammer, but you better be prepared. Pumpkin Joe, I knew I was a lady man when Mammy started dating because all the guards and truck drivers were reporting my Cummins going there. You are a ladies man. People saw you, Pumpkin Joe, and they said, "Man, what a handsome man." You know, it is true though that people will say, "Oh, you're so lucky. You're so lucky. You're married to an American." How many times that happened, Pumpkin Joe? You're so lucky. I want an American. Oh, how long you guys been married? Or how about the girl come up and say, "Are you guys married?" Hoping that you're not, right? Or married and is your wife turns back, she's over staring at you, you know. I wasn't worried about security there until I left the house to build a road. She built a mansion, attract a lot of attention. Bill Purdy, you got a beautiful home up there. Let us know, sure, Tom. We really want to move down the family with our kids. Yeah, I sure will. I will reach out to him and see if he's still interested. He wanted. You're down in Duma, right? So he wanted down in Duma, and he wanted to buy a house. I said, it just so happens I know someone that has a house for sale, and he has it up for sale, and it's in a gated. Oh, that's exactly what he wanted. So I don't know. Let me find out how far along he is with that and what that is about. Propaganda has made some say no crime in that stuff. Yeah, propaganda. You're right, home. $4 million negotiable, fully furnished, 4 air cons. This model is priced 5.5. Okay, all right. I will tell him. So $4 million, so $80K cash, $80K negotiable. Okay, so I'll tell him $80K if he asks me. So yeah, in fact, I'd love to help you sell it. I mean, you know, I'm not looking for anything. I'm just help you along the next step, whatever that may be. You know, because it's like the guy told me on the 40-footer, buying that house up there. He said, I'm going to buy that house and I'm going to put it on my property in the 40-foot expandable house. And I might buy 2. Some lady bought 3 of them. And, of course, China was supposed to give me commission on all those. They didn't. We looked at gated house mediums, 2.5 million, needed a lot of work to make it livable. And yes, they're really nice houses here, but most are typical Filipino homes. Yeah. I understand that, Rick. Yeah. If you see me a block fence to go to land, you can still use hammer to break it. You can. Yeah. It's not like concrete in the States where you might need a sledgehammer, a big sledgehammer to get a hole in it. Here, it's a small ball peen hammer. You create a hole very easily into a house. The other day, prayers. I want to say prayers to everybody that's in Jinsan and that were affected by the earthquake. Apparently, it went down to Davao and affected many people. So prayers to all those people and going through troubles. A still house, big beautiful columns, fell on top of a guy's brand new car. So that thing really shook. You don't need a hammer to break the cement here. Yeah. Well, what do you need? A fork? I'm joking. Yeah, you can break the concrete here very easily because it's substandard concrete. It's not even graded. So it's like the guy at our Israel Hardware. He says, we buy the cheapest we can buy from China, and that's what we have. That's all we got, and it doesn't hold up. And I said, what is going on with the concrete? He says, it's just poor concrete. It's the same in Manila. It's the same here. It's the same no matter. He said it's the mix of the hardening is different, and it is. No matter how much rock you add to it. I mean, I even thought that would be a good business to get into. You know, making concrete, good concrete, not the crap concrete. But you'd have to order in truckloads of it from somewhere else, not China. I'm back. My wife likes getting me for security when I'm not home. Yes. Yes, Dumagetti, okay. Yeah, you're more than welcome. I hope that we can do that. 7 died, Hong? I did not know that. 7 died? Wow. You know, it's sad. It was a sad day. It was a lot of people that were affected with their homes and structures. Even our house with the little shakes we have, every time it shakes, and you'll understand this, Pumpkin Joe, that old Matrix air conditioner gets a little leak in there, and I got to constantly have that thing filled all the time because the ground's shaking, you know? It does this, that, and it don't take much for those bush fittings to come off that aircon. And that's when I like the window aircon. Just turn it on, don't worry about it. You don't have to worry with the splits, but it's more costly on these window units than it is the splits. But I do miss my split. I do miss my split, I have to tell you, because it turns on and off. I don't have to worry about it. You know, if you add volcanic gas to your cement, it can make it a lot harder. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Some type of ash. You're right. Something to help bind it. As you know, they sift their own rock here, and you can't buy ready mix here. You just buy the bag of concrete, and there's no ready mix, so you have to sift it yourself. And I was going to make a ready mix where you just cut the bag open and you're ready to go. That guy could make $1 billion overnight, but then everybody would do it. But if you had a plant and you did it really fast, you could make a ton of money really fast. Because a lot of these, even the ready mix plants that have the cement trucks, their demand is unbelievable. I even tried him to come down and put a patch, because it was right within 300 feet of my house, and they won't do it. It won't come to my house. Yeah, your house shaking? I'm sure it was shaking bad in Marama. Ruth says that the house has many wall cracks now that we have to have repaired. In the Blessing house, again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. I'm getting tired of repairing everything. This expandable house is fine. It did create, because the house shaking, one small leak in the bedroom, and Ruth fixed that from the shaking of the things. So I don't care I never would have thought earthquakes. I mean, I thought of storms, everything else. I didn't think of earthquakes here in the Philippines. It's one thing I didn't prepare myself for. And how do you prepare yourself for earthquakes? You know, what do? Do you make the ground more? I don't know. This makes it tough. Yeah, Philippines do have a lot of. They do. Our last bill electric were our highest bill electric, but we're addicted to aircon. Yeah, I am too. It's I'm retired. I'm not going to be beat around the bush about it. I'm retired. I'm not going to sit in heat. Why would I want to sit in heat? What's wrong with a person that comes here and says, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm going to sit in the heat. I'm going to save." Right. You're saving $80 maybe? No, you're not even saving that. What are you going to save? $50 a month? This bill here is around $80. The one in Marama runs anywhere from $120 to $140. There's the difference in pricing. Electric is produced here, shipped to Marama, where I live, and there's the difference in pricing. So it has gotten to $150 there. Highest bill I have. There's no other bills in the house other than that and what I incur for myself. So it's not bad. It's not bad living. And it cools down the whole house. I have a whole air conditioner for the whole. I got 2 air conditioners. Well, I have 3 now because I bought this one for $3,000 used. It's a Carrier used. This thing is a workhorse. 2 horsepower. It'll cool this whole house. 3 bed. This is a 3-story house. That thing will cool the whole house. I have it on low. Compressor kicks on very rarely. Yeah, it would be a good business, huh? It really would. Nice to know how much oh man. And the thing of it is about those villas, even Texas Filipino. I mean, they spend a fortune on these houses, and I wonder, like, you're pegged. It's like Tim K said one time. He said, I got pegged because I living in a beautiful house in this area, and I had a pool, and he got pegged, meaning that people know who he is and what he's doing and all the above. Copycats, a fish vendor, opened and did well. Landowner kicked him off, started selling fish themselves. Now they're 6-7 vendors selling fish, but minutes each other. Yeah, it's fast. Ruth got an idea to do cakes, right? There was no one doing cakes in town. There was select maybe 3 or 4 places in town, the bakery stores, and other than that, 1 or 2 independents. After Ruth started doing the cakes, and she started doing really well, she was getting 5, 10, 15 cake orders a month. She was making really good money. Then all of a sudden, everybody in the world, people would order her cakes to see her cake design and taste it. And then they copied her and reduced the prices to a third. You can't make a cake and sell it for $10. You can't. Sell it for $10 and decorate and all the baking you have to do and all that stuff. A 3-tiered cake for $10. That's what they're doing. So they kind of put Ruth out of the business. And got to the point where she would just have select few customers. And they're selling for $10. Where Ruth was selling hers for $20 or 20 plus. Because they're 3-tier, decorated, buttercream or cream cheese, icing, depending, and highly decorated, classy cakes. Huge cakes. Heavy. I mean, heavy cake. True cake. So then it just got to where everybody copied her. And but now Ruth said she's even noticed that all those people are going out of business. So I got to get her an oven. Let's found a good place to buy blocks from. That helped a lot. Yeah, if you can actually buy the blocks, that would really be nice. That are solid. I would pick them up and they would flake off in my hand. I could actually squeeze it and break off. Okay, that's how cheap they were. I could squeeze it in my hand because they're only 4 inches. Block here is only 4 inches than the normal 12. So 4 inches. But 12, and when you pick it up, you can squeeze it. And I would tease everybody. And he says, that's your block, you just wasted. I said, go throw it in the pile, throw it in there and mix it in your mix. And that's what I would do. I'd break them apart with a hammer and throw them in the mix. And so make concrete stronger for the house. I bet we have 50 bags of concrete in that house or more. Yeah, unbelievable. You know what it said about Barangay was a joke, right? Yeah, I know it was. I think Baguio, they don't even run aircon. They probably don't, Kevin. Lantapan, Malaybalay, a lot of them don't. They probably don't even run it. But there was a video on there. They were talking about the pitfalls of living in Baguio. One is the traffic and everybody's moving there, and the electricity itself. I understand it's really gone expensive. There's a new expressway coming out of Manila. They said, but it said it's just still so many people there. People buying cake start making it. Yeah, only in the Philippines. Yeah. Certainly great. Larry did sure would like to know how much you spent on cement. Yeah. Get a double oven. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to get her to the States first before I start buying a bunch of stuff. Our house is complete. We'll have 6 AC units. That's what I want solar panel. Yeah. You want that, Bill. Bill, are you guys going to come here live full time, or are you still going to be back in the States? Baguio's a cool climate. Hills, flatland. The flatland is warm. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. It is. I've not been there. I've only seen what people have sent me in pictures. I've not been there. I'd like to go there. It's on a bucket list. I'd rather go to other places first before I go to Baguio, to be honest with you. I can go to Lantapan. It's just beautiful up there, and get cool out there. Or Malaybalay by my house. It's up in the clouds. So a lot of people go to Malaybalay and live. At one time, Malaybalay was listed as the top choice before Baguio. There are a lot of Americans live there. Malaybalay, by the way. And Larega is another place. Larega, towards Davao. A lot of Americans live there too. And because it's cooler temperatures. And a lot of Americans build them up on the mountains, their houses. There are a couple of guys built manufactured home. Not like my Expandable house, but like Jim Walter home. There's a company here that makes these Jim Walter homes here. They're already paneled up. They're wood. And they just take and drop and screw it together and run. And a lot of guys have bought those. But I don't know about the termites. Maybe in the cold temperatures, termites may not be present. I don't know. What would I do is be tired? I would wait until they're done with their karaoke, and then like 30 minutes, 1 hour, some old karaoke. Yeah, or get a loudspeaker. Some of the guys say just get a loudspeaker yourself and turn it on, right? Yeah, that would probably be a good thing to do, right? I will send you an email. We have to come to see you this week. Okay, Rick. Sounds good. No worries, my friend. Where Rena and Mike live, Maureen, Michelle, and Ken's vlog. Sure nice where we will visit them. Yeah, Maureen, Michelle, and Ken, really great couple. Ken was on here earlier. And yeah, Rena and Mike live. I know that, I think Ken was here or coming. I think he's coming soon. I think he said he's coming. Are making cakes like Ruth. Most cakes are steamed. They have a small tabletop oven, steamed cakes. Yeah, they do a lot of steamed cakes here. They do, yeah, the moist cakes. Everybody, the few, they bought ovens. And they started mass producing these cakes. And sell them for 500 peso, some 700 peso. But Ruth's cakes were 20 plus. But guys, she didn't dilly-dally. When you bought it, it had icing in it. It's three layer, 4 layer. It's top of the line cake. It's better than any cake in the States. And you want Hello Kitty on it. You wanted whatever on it. NASCAR. She would go buy the cars, and she would draw NASCAR, and she would do all kinds of stuff. She's an artist, by the way. She can draw. Her and I both can draw. Very talented. And with a piping bag, she's very talented. I didn't even know she could draw until she started doing cakes. And but she has that artistic side. And then she bought the edible ink where you run it through the printer, and she did that. So she printed out something, and she would paste on, and she would pipe it, or if she didn't, she would draw it by hand. She did it right. When somebody bought a cake, they got a cake. If they wanted like Boston cream filled cake, she did everything. It didn't matter. That's what I like. Hello, Michael and Heidi. How you doing, my good friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. How's Mr. Michael doing? Tom, look for them to say that sure was a great karaoke party. That's exactly right. Where is Scoot and JG? I don't know. I know that JG, I talked to him not long ago. He's doing well. Scoot, I've not talked to him in a while. Scoot and JG are doing well, I guess. Yeah, Ken was here not long ago. He'll be back. Yeah, exactly. No clue. Solar's definitely something we want to do in the future. I want to have some kind of control electric bill. Yeah. Best thing to do is this. I'm going to tell you right now, straight up. Don't worry about buying any batteries that are the new batteries. Don't worry about that. Make your own battery. If you can't make your own battery, go use big car batteries or diesel batteries for the trucks. You buy them cheap. Start your system like that. Get your solar panels, but get the batteries first. Get you some good batteries. Don't spend because the batteries would cost you $3, $4, $5 for a setup. The good lithiums I'm talking about, lithium batteries. If you can't, because it'll cost you $6, $7K, maybe $8K to do a house now with the batteries. But if you can just do the batteries yourself, buy the solar panels, get you a good standalone inverter for a few $100. You're set. You're set. Simple. I just bought a tabletop oven and we were trying to make rotisserie chicken. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, we used to throw chicken in there. Man, we used to do all kinds of stuff. Casserole dishes, chicken, all kinds of stuff. I even created some dishes in there. We did buffalo wings in there. We did all kinds of stuff in there. But we couldn't find quality chicken. The chicken has, no matter where we purchase it, has odor, gassy and old. So we struggle with that, very much struggle. So we've given up. I've not had chicken and beef except for the hamburgers I get at the mall now for, I don't know, 2 months, except for I get it at the mall, maybe 3. I went to S&M, went to all the markets. And at SM, I said, dude, it stinks. Oh. I said, why do you sell bad product? Well, I don't know. I was at SM the other day at the SM downtown. I said, dude, can you give me some good chicken? How about good beef? So beef, it even smelled. So I can't buy that here. So I went to Ayala Mall. I went to Gaisano Mall. Even worse. So I've been eating fish, tuna in a can. That's what I've been eating. I'll go take $15-20, go buy me 10 cans of tuna, and that's what I've been eating for my meals, is protein. I'm not getting any protein. Sad. Has Scoot got a live on? I didn't see him. Has Scoot got a live on? I don't know. Mr. Scoot, Heidi, Rick Morris, I bought, and hello Kevin. I almost did not see you there, Mark King saying. American style oven because I missed the food from back west, yeah. American style, I want an American style oven. You can buy a gas oven, and use it, and it works fine. It's okay. It gives you pretty good service, and it does a pretty good thing. There's pros and cons with it. Michael and Heidi, how's Mr. Michael and Heidi? Watching a Philippines train wreck. Are you home now? Can you give us an update on the gang? What was that for you? I'm just, update is, everything is fine. No worries. And I'm not home. The girls are home. They're working on our house. And the gang is gone. Not gone, but gone, almost gone. So we're happy, contented. You don't know what a relief is. A 68-year-old man comes to the Philippines and have to deal with all that. Who would have thought, man? But it's okay. It's all good. We're happy. We're contented. We're safe. Don't think that nothing's ever going to happen to you in the Philippines. It can happen to you more here than you can in the States. The States, you can pick up the phone and call, hey, dude, can you come down here 911 and help me out here? Here you can't do that. Nobody, who you going to call? Who are you going to call? Call Ghostbusters, because there's nobody else here to call. You even have the phone number. Do you even have the phone number of the police department? No. I don't even know. Ruth don't even know. So it's like, if something happens, you're on your own. Wild, Wild West. That's the way it is. You're on your own here. And don't think, even the story I told you about the gentleman at base camp built that beautiful home. He was basically, he had to get out of Dodge too, situation. Because he was targeted because he had money. He said I had to get out of there. Good carrot cake. I wouldn't mind having a good carrot cake. Yeah. With some good cream cheese. Jim Allner, good morning. How you doing, Jim? We just drove to your home. Oh, you did? Did you really? Did you really, Michael? High five. Did you? Oh, man. Good old Prescott. Wow. I bet it's changed so much. I bet I won't even know it. I'd like to take the girls there. Michael, we come to the States, we're going to come visit. Say hi to you. Wherever you're at. I'd like to see Prescott. Really? Whereabouts in Prescott? Prescott, Arizona. Prescott, Arizona. So that's my old hometown. Born and raised there. Little cowboy. I just want to have a choice of foods occasionally. Me too. I want to have My cravings this last week was a good sub, not meatballs or any of that stuff, but just a sub, deli meats that I can eat. I don't eat ham, so just deli roast beef. I don't know anything. Rotisserie chicken, but the chicken's so small here that the chicken legs are this big, very small for someone like me, very small. So, but I would like to have something that's a little bit, how can I say, better, good quality. It's just lacking that here in the Philippines for me. Are you back in your house yet, or will you soon return soon? Michael and Heidi, Ruth and RR are back in base camp Marama. They are at the house. We're having the new floor put in this week because the termites ate the old floor. They started this morning. RR is, since she had to leave here, I'm in CDO still. And RR is going to go to school on Monday because she has exams. She's changing schools. And she was not happy about it. But I'm so sorry, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I can't live in this environment and keep paying. I bet I've spent $10,000-$15,000 since January this year because of all this turmoil with this family deal with this dude moving around and doing things. It's not as if we went on these long vacations. We didn't do anything other than go to these houses and live and escape and get away from that turmoil and that grief and agony and pain and suffering. God got me through it though. So anyway, they're there. And they started on the floor this morning. My drill died. So they're maintaining, doing it by hand. It's just normal. But I'll be back. My slot is 12:05 to be in Marama. Then in the month of December, I'm going to try my best, if I possibly can, to get to the States. Flights are $500, $600 to the 27th. I can get to the States for $500-$600 compared to $900 to $1,000. I can fly one way, Philippine Airlines, LAX for $600, $593. If I go EVA Airlines, it's cheaper than that. It's $545. But I have to get from here to Manila, which is, cheap, $80 or whatever. Then from there to JFK and then figure out JFK. But once I get to the States, I'm going to try my very best to buy a car. I'm going to try my very best to work. So that is my goal in the month of December. If I leave in January, tickets are $1,300, $1,400, $1,500. I have gone up to $1,800. That's too much. I'm not paying $1,400 for a ticket one way. So I'm going to go from here, if I can, this month. But I gotta get my girls set. In other words, I gotta get R in school. I gotta get Ruth set. I gotta make sure that everything is set there at home, and the floors are good, and my family's good, so I can have a relief of stress and get all my stuff over there, back home, and situated in a good environment. And so that's my goal. So that's what we're doing now. We're supposedly going to go into the month, but I can't leave until the 5th because I have to wait on the electricity bill so I can pay it here. And they put it on the fence. And if I leave, I don't want the hassle. And you can't pay it online. Duh, I don't know what's going on in these places. You have to physically go and pay these stupid bills. So I'll have to go down there by myself and figure it out. We're coming next summer when the kids are out of school, but we'll return there a couple of months. Still trying to set everything up so we can just move perfectly. I see. I understand that, Bill. I understand. My wife makes mac and cheese on holidays. Cheese so pricey here, though. It is. And it's not really the good cheese. I like that. I saw your wife shopping the other day, and she says, I don't like this one. and she was shopping. You could tell that she's a very smart shopper, and she's very smart and knows what she wants. And she was looking at the hot dogs and things like that. She's looking at the same hot dogs I was looking at. I have but several cakes. I have but several cakes filmed as they're all junk because made with such cheap products. It is 110%. They don't make it. Ruth uses cake flour. She uses, and she orders that in. She orders maraschino cherries when she makes the Boston cakes. She orders in all the butter and the creams and all the stuff that she does. You ought to taste her ice cream cake. It's unbelievable. Ice cream cake is just unbelievable. On the outside, it's cake. On the inside, it's ice cream, whatever flavors you want. And it's all the way through the cake. She has done, as you guys know, money cake. She's done all these cakes, and she has what they call a pastry cream-filled cake, where she piped the pastry in, and then it's like eating a donut, but it's a different flavor. She takes the sugar, a lot of the sugar out of it, so it's not so sweet. So you're not getting that bam of sugar. She makes it really easy, so it's really easy for you to digest and not. You want more. The taste is there. She can do chocolate. She can do devil's food cakes. She can do cream cakes, Boston cream cakes. She can do the vanillas and all the strawberry cakes and things like that. She can do that if she can find the strawberries. We have gone to Larega and bought strawberries for her strawberry cakes, and she's done that. And strawberry cake is just to die for. I don't know what to say about it. All her cakes are to die for. Most people that see her cakes, they'll buy it and taste it. They'll buy it. Tam can't get a good burger, man. I can't get a good burger, man. Hong, I want a good burger. You need to check out the solar systems there before you buy it. As I read truck batteries, so make sure you go like battery holder like with your car. Yeah, I hold the battery on. Lithium ion is good. I have 52 volt for my bike. Good Samsung sells it. Yeah. Lithium ion, if you buy it, lithium ions are so expensive now. They're $500 for one battery, and you need at least I don't know, 5 or 10, depending on the amp hours. I've got a video from the supermarket that I'm trying to edit now. The food was so old and Roddy stopped recording. He edited without embarrassing himself in the market. I did that one time. I put a video on, and it was so horrible that a lot of Filipino got mad at me because it said you're really put down. I says it stinks. When you go in our market, guys use the same hatchet for the beef and the chicken. So what's your beef and chicken gonna taste like, right? That's the problem. Keep in shaded area might be when you were building a build storage room out in a hollow block. Yeah. Samsung cells. I have some Samsung cells that I bought. I bought some 18650s. They're batteries, lithium batteries, and you can make packs out of them. I bought a couple cases of those. You make packs. I can also make a wall, a Tesla wall out of 18650s, the small batteries, and we can't get some of the parts. My solar guy says I give up. We need this, we need this, we need this. We ordered from Lazada and ended up here. So I had to give up. So I got a couple cases of batteries just sitting in the garage, rotting. Yeah, lithiums are good if you can afford them. I can't afford them here. They're too expensive. There are USA can buy now, but the time they get you, it's already late for them. Yeah, you're right about that, Mark King. You can't even get. Oh man, you can't even get good ones here, Mark. We're in Prescott now. We would love to have you guys visit. Yeah. Oh man, Prescott. I remember walking around that square many times as a kid. I really like passing through Arizona and New Mexico, but thought about moving there at one point, but the job market didn't seem very large. I tell you what, I was looking at the job market, Pumpkin Joe, the other day, and I got to tell you, there's so many jobs available. It's unbelievable. In Arizona and Mexico, and in Nevada, as you guys know, there's a lot of jobs. But the job market would be something that I can do. What can I do? Not much. 68, coming up 69. What am I going to do, right? So what can I do? Well, I could be a retail salesman. I can stand in the store. I can be a clerk. I could be a Walmart greeter. Um, would I want to do that? No, not really. But I'll do it for my family. I'm doing all this for. I'm not doing it for. I'm doing it for me, of course, but I'm doing it for my family more than me. I mean, I could. We could just stay here and not go to the States. We could just stay here and just live life. But I want more out of life. You know, because the food's starting to really affect us a lot. Even Ruth said, "What are you going to eat this week?" I said, "I don't know. I need to go to the store and buy some stuff." I said, "I think I'll just make a tuna casserole." He said, "Well, we don't have a oven." I said, "Well, I'll make a cold tuna casserole." In other words, I'll just do some, get some tuna, get some macaroni, some onion and maybe some pickle, and just try and make my own solution and make a big bowl of it so I can have 3-4 meals out of it. I'm going to call Scoot maybe tomorrow to see what he's up to, but I don't know, they're traveling. But I know they're traveling a lot in the U.S. They are. Yeah, last time I saw him, he was at home in Arizona, but I don't know. I've not talked to him in a long time. Last time I talked to him, it's been a while. It's been probably 6 or 8 months. For me, an Italian sub and added bacon. Yeah. Hey, it's okay. I love Italian subs. I'm craving that stuff. They were in Texas the other day. Oh, were they? Okay. Well, good for them. I'm happy for them. It's good they're getting out and getting away because, I figured he'd be retired now. I don't know if he's still working at Amazon. I don't know. I've not talked to him. I'm so sorry to hear the expense incurred from that turmoil. Oh, Michael, it's you don't think about it. I mean, it's just things you don't think about. Because you had to buy an aircon. I had to have electrical run in the house because the houses don't have electric, and these electricians they see you're white, and they just foreign tax, and they just want to charge, so they charge me double, triple, quadruple than they normally would charge, but I gotta have it. And it's not like you pick up the phone and call an electrician. How do you find them? How do you find a plumber, right? So it's like I had to install electric in 3 of the houses so we could have aircon. So, but it's wasted. Aircon's fine, but I had to leave the wiring. You're not going to yank the wiring out of the house, right? It's like, just stuff. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just constantly something. And then our school, luckily she didn't start school, so she's been in this school since it started, and she's fine. She's on a roll. She's fine. She's doing really well. And then I had to pluck her out of it, and she's not happy, and I don't blame her. She is crying and just turmoil. And just, why do I have to leave? I said, honey, we got to go back home. I'm sorry, I can't afford the house here and the house there and living and us trying to get to the States. I said, I can't afford all the money that I'm spending. It's just so expensive. And if I go to the store, and every time I go to the store, it's 60, 80, 100 bucks. And I go, and we just spent 150 bucks on groceries. So groceries has really increased our thing. I mean, just rice. Rice has gone up considerably. 10 years for a sub, yeah. Floorboards use engine oil on timbers round for replacing it. Yeah, we use lignum on it. It's an oil base termite preventer. Does good, but stinks. Termites hate it. Engine oil, yeah. I've noticed when a developer goes to a ground survey, the building site begin from the termites being destruction. I pre-treated my property before. I'm an old termite guy. I went to school at Ecolab, and I went to school at Orkin. I worked at Orkin as a termite inspector, and I worked at Ecolab as a termite salesman. And I've been to schools. And one thing I knew is I got to treat my property before I put my house down. So I treated it. And I treated it with the products that they have here available, and heavily. Then I put salt, tons of salt. I mean, literally bags and bags and bags of salt for the grass and the weeds to kill any kind of thing that comes up through that ground. I just saturated it after I treated it with a chemical. So the salt would run down into the chemical, so anything is not living there. Then the dry woods, the termites in the trees that live there all the time, in season they'll fly and drop their wings on your house, and then the termites will go in your house and cause trouble. So I even cut down all the limbs and all the trees so we wouldn't have that, and I kept them trimmed down so I wouldn't have the dry woods. But somewhere along the lines of us being gone and the wood I bought, the termites were inside the wood on this 3/4 inch plywood I bought. It's supposed to be treated with pressure treated, and it wasn't. And the termites were inside the wood. So it saturated all everywhere. Then it went to my wood cabinets, the wood cabinets in the kitchen. Then it went to the wood cabinets in the bedroom where clothes are hanging. It went everything wood. Her new tables I bought that were for them to do makeup and all that stuff. I bought them each a nice table and chair so they can sit and do makeup and have a mirror and put all their perfumes and all that stuff in there. I bought them 2 of them. All those are eaten up and destroyed. My clothing cabinet is destroyed because of those termites I brought in. And the guy told me, it's pressure treated, there's no termites in it. I said, good, that's what I want. I want the best. Paid $20-something a board for that stuff. Put it in. Within 3 months, we could hear them in there eating. Because ground's treated. It's not coming up through my ground. I even looked underneath the house, dug a hole, looked underneath the house, there's nothing there. So, I brought them in myself. Luckily, it's a metal house. They can't eat the metal, and they're not. The floor is solid metal, because when it sits on, it's sitting on block on the ground. It's in the wood. Where are you going in America? I'm going to go to Florida. I'm going to get a job if I possibly can and bring Ruth and R there, and we work and live there for a period of time so she can draw Social Security and she can have future. I want R to have future. I want her to have a better future than what's here, because top out here she's going to make $400 a month, and that's not enough money for kids. This is not. Let me say this. Schools are saturated right now with drugs. Even the schools in town saturated with drug problems right now. Gangs and drugs. Ours got gangs in her school. She's got a drug problem in her school. I talked to the teacher about it. They got problems. They got many problems. And it's not just here. It's all over the Philippines. Many gangs, many drug problems. It's getting to be a problem. You think it's bad in the States? Wait till you bring your kids here and put them in school here. Even in elementary. Ours going to a Baptist school, Christian school, and they got problems there with drugs. Kids are selling other kids drugs. I'm talking drugs. I'm talking heroin. I'm talking crack, cocaine, marijuana. I'm talking heavy stuff. It's unbelievable. You guys wouldn't believe it. I went to school, and I said, that right there is a gang. Do you know that's a gang emblem? She goes, yes, Daddy. I said, what gang is this? That's gang from the other school marked the building. I said, who put this here? She goes, they don't know. They're going to paint over it today. I says, what gang is this over here? Put the markings here on this other building over here. I asked the teacher. She said that was done last night. I said, you got problems here with gangs? She goes, we got problems with gangs and drugs. Tom? I said, what? She goes, drug. I said, Art, you didn't tell me. She goes, yeah, Daddy, it's bad. I go, oh. Here in the Philippines? Yeah, I gotta get her out of that. I gotta get her out. I gotta get out of this environment. I gotta get her somewhere. I gotta get her over there. And not saying it's gonna be any better, but I can control it. I can homeschool it. I can do many things. You can't do that here. You can iterate termite starting with the build and the treatments for on grounds, proper schedule, pressure, pest control company. Yeah, they don't have pest control companies there. They'd have them, but they don't do proper application. No, I treated it properly. I know how to treat it. Every year, in fact, you saturate it every 6 to 10 inches and saturate the ground. I did it all. I did the pump and the pumping in the ground of all the chemicals. I don't have a problem with termites on my ground. I have a problem with termites in the wood that I brought in my house. And there's nothing you can do but yank the wood out and put it. The reason why we changed the floor was because I had a water leak, and the water leak expanded through my floor, and I just had them replace all the wood while we were at it. Even though I shouldn't have. Cost me. Try and do something right, end up doing something wrong. Yeah, I wish they did have, and they don't have, I don't trust any professional pest control companies. They can't even, come on. Preparing the grounds and uprights with engine oil, yeah. Hello, Mr. Tom Shipman, my good friend. How are you? High five. Good to see you. Scott. These processes not DNA normal Philippine keep pest control going and properly cost number of the world. Yeah, you're not going to have any pest control. I'll be in Rama in February. Anything you need from the States, $1 million. Well, I hope to see you. We will be there. If I'm not in U.S., which I hope that I'm in U.S. working, Tom. I'm trying to get out. And you know why? I'm trying to get out and make a couple extra bucks. If I'm here, you're going to see me. If not, you're going to see the girls. Because they want to see you. They like their Uncle Tom. 18650s are good, but the 1700 is not the new standard. 18650s has been around for a long time. I'm not familiar with the 1700s. 18650s will do all you need to do. They'll drop down to 12 to 1500 charges to low, and you can get some pretty good wattage out of those. You put 50 of those together, and you're going to get a pretty good amp hours. And you make about 15 of those, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay, but you need the right stuff to do it, and the right tools to do it and do it right. Battery management system is where we're lacking. I did buy some battery management systems, but the quality is very poor. We're clearing out land, making sure everything's concrete. We'll build pump, walk around, spray the concrete, engine oil, right. Yeah, way to go, man. That's good thoughts. High five to you. Good thinking on your end. Good thinking. Pumpy Jones, yeah, I live in Phoenix. Job market's not that big for the size of Phoenix is. Tuna mail, yeah. I think I talked to my buddy James there. He had great luck with the batteries he has. I'll find out where he bought them unless he's here now. Yeah, I bought the best thing to do is use the big truck batteries and start off with that, because you can easily add on the batteries later on when you get the cash, and then go from there. That's what I'm ended up doing. Not now. Now I'm trying to save bucks to go to the States. Man, tuna, cold onions, some celery, salt, and pepper. Yeah, celery. I wish I had some celery. They don't have celery here. Ooh, salt and pepper. Yeah, some good celery would be good. They don't have celery. They don't have zucchinis. There's a lot of stuff they don't have here. Bell peppers, zucchinis, stuff like that. Good celery would be good. Yeah. Ruth and I are craving that. I said, I want to make you some cream cheese filled celery sticks for Thanksgiving. And she said, yeah, that's right, no celery. I said, oh man. So I'm thinking of stuff that I could replace it, but I hadn't found anything yet. Yeah, I've been everywhere looking for it here in CDO. They see a big old fat American walk around. Can I help you, sir? I'm looking for this. Oh no, we don't have that. Yeah, which I understand that. Yeah. Wife back from church. Can you email what you want? I sure can, Tom. I don't need anything right now, but I will. I sure will. I will talk to you anyway and say hi to you. And yes. Good night, Mr. Tom Shipman. Thank you so much, my good friend. If your sucks peeps a copy lower price with pastry chef and health in Reno for a while, it's science. Sure, friends, that's the case one day before parties takes a few days. It does. It takes Ruth a couple of days to get things in order when she wants to do a cake. And you know, having the right ingredients and making sure you got the eggs. And you want fresh eggs. Well, good quality eggs too. And she will always buy good quality fresh eggs from this one lady. Large, not the smalls. You don't want a small egg to go into a cake because you lose that umph, you know. Told me to use steel for uprights, paint them with engine oil, and termites don't climb up wooden beams for the floor. Good night, Tom Shipman. Yeah, Jack Eastman. Dose to her grass. Made nothing to your root and help. Hey Scott, what's up? What's up? Yeah, built for water well, the garden septic tank, big septic tanks. No, Jack, not. Where the kids getting money for expanding on drugs? That's a good question. Don't know. I don't know, but apparently it's epidemic. And this is not the first time I've heard about it. This has been going on for a while. You bring a child here, say you're coming from the States, like Bill Pruitt's going to be bringing his babies here. I'm going to be putting them in first, second, third, fourth, fifth grade, sixth grade, whatever. And there's a problem there. Maybe better off to think about keeping it in the States than going through the hassle, because when the kids grow up here, what is the most they're going to be able to do as far as jobs concerned? What's the most going to be able to achieve in life? Don't know. So say for instance, I want to be a nurse. Okay, well, be a nurse here and make 20,000 peso a month, 25. Let's say you get really good and you're really great at it and you do an excellent job and you're professional and you make 30,000 peso a month, 700 bucks. Not enough. It's not enough. Way the influx of time and all the efforts and everything else, just not enough. So, Scott in Thailand, great, cheap, living, wonderful beaches. I tell you what, Jack, there are a lot of guys going to Thailand. I just talked to someone, just left and went to Thailand to live out of the Philippines. It says cheaper. Also good place to go through, bring back President Duterte. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. You give too much lunch money to buy drugs? Yeah. You know what? Kids find money, Kevin. Kids find money. You can go beg for money. Somebody give them money. Some give them 5, 10, 20 peso, 30 peso, 50 peso. Kids, you know, kids are resilient, man. Where they find it, I don't know. Maybe the parents give it to them. I don't know. You know, it's like the other day, I give our $3 a day to go to school, and I was finding out that some of the kids are getting 10, 15, 20 bucks a pop. Where are they getting the money from? Their parents. The parents do without to give to the kids. So that's where they're probably getting it. So you got a kid getting 10, 15, 20 bucks a day for food and junk and everything else, when the father's making, and the father's only making, he's driving a tricycle. It's one father as a delivery guy, as taxi. He gets 20 peso, 20 peso, 20 peso. 40 peso is 2 passengers. So 20, 20, 40, 40, whatever. He drives kids back and forth to school up here where we're at in Bullock. And so, what's he make a day? 300, 400, 500? I don't know. 300. Ours is probably about 300 to 400. So he gives half of that to his kid for school. Where's the rest go? No, and that's what happens. So I'm only assuming this, but I'm assuming that that's where the kids are getting the money. You'd be surprised. Filipino kids are resilient. They'll go to their neighbor, they'll go to their aunt, uncle, brother, cousin, sister. They'll get 5, 10, 15, 20 peso. And it's targeting. And two, they're having a lot of things going on, depression here in the Philippines. Kids are very depressed. It's going to college and schools, and so they try to create this program over at CMU. Apparently, someone tried to do something bad to themselves, and so they're trying to create these programs. Not just one, it's quite a few. So depression's here. You know, it's not. People don't think. But if you go sit and talk to Filipinos, it's gonna be sweet and nice to you and everything else. But you talk to them. Just sit down and talk to them. Just sit down and say, hey, really, how's it going? It's not going good. My mother's in the hospital. My son is sick. I need money for this. I need money for that. I need to pay this bill. I need to pay that bill. I have this going on. I have that going on. They have as much and more as we do in the States. It's just their persona is different. That's what it is. Mate lives Battalion, Chiang Mai. Yeah. Drugs and vapor here is common, but they're making it hard for paper here. I kill for a pastrami and wine with a pickle, spicy mustard. Hey, me too, Jack. And you know what? I was wanting this. Saw this one where they were making just standard bologna, a fried bologna sandwich, and they put tomato on it, lettuce and onion and stuff. And it was at this restaurant, and they were doing that, and they were making tater tots, homemade tater tots at this. And I saw that, and I said, now that's what I'm craving. Hash browns, tater tots, and I want a good. I would like to have a good Italian sub, or like what somebody said, Italian sub, or just a good sandwich, just good mayo, good bread. I would like to find good bread too, like a good sub. Now Ruth makes a good sub roll. She'll make a good sub roll. She knows how to make good sub rolls. She'll make a good sub roll. And we could put the mayonnaise, but we just can't really find the stuff. I can get Ollie to get some of the stuff, and Ollie will make us a sandwich, but it's not always. It's like he said, I'm limited. I don't have bell pepper. I don't have onions or anything. I mean, a yellow onion. Even yellow onions still hard to find here. I've got to go get you. Okay, bye. See you, Scott. Thank you. Have a good one, my good friend. Thank you for coming on. Regards. Thank you, Scott. 24 container, good beef. Make some bucks. You make so much money. Unbelievable amount of money you make if somebody would do that. Ton of money. Arlene sends her love. Ruth and R and CJ, bye. See you, Scott. Thank you so much for coming on, my good friend. Have a great day. And thank you for spending your valuable time with us today. Yeah, I've been on 2 hours already. Can't believe I've been on 2 hours. So time flies. Time just flies really fast. Yeah. It's amazing. You and Jack have a great time. Yeah, in fact, Jack, what about a good hamburger? Good hamburger. I noticed the Burger King burgers just don't taste like Burger King burgers. I don't know if they're not char grilled or the beef itself. It's like it's a little distant in that arena. My poor puppy here is so lost without his mother. He's kind of depressed, and so I've been trying to. He misses his mother. Yeah, Makati. You know, some of the guys tell me, even there in Angeles and Manila and some of the places, they're trying to get the food is just not there yet. BGC, some guys saying at BGC, there's some places there that you can actually get good food. But I don't know. That means if they have good food, you would think part of the other Philippines would have it too. Maybe, I don't know, unless they're privately shipping it in from somewhere else. Even Thailand. Coca-Colas don't even taste the same. It's coming in from Indonesia. Cokes don't taste the same. Sprites don't taste the same. Hamburgers don't taste the same. I like to get Bub's root beer when I go to Burger King because it's always just so sweet, and it doesn't even, no root beer really tastes to it. But I just like that flavor, you know. I like that type of food. Well, I guess I will call the stream. I mean, I've been on 2 hours, and I'm still savoring this 1 cup of coffee. I'm surprised. Yeah. I want to thank everybody for coming on and spending their valuable time with me, and thank you so much for coming on today. And I want to thank everybody for always the support that you give us, and thank you so much for that. It's always a blessing to see all you guys here, and you guys taking the time to do this. And it's so nice. I will see you guys next time on Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. Rick, thank you for coming on. Kevin S., Scott, Jack, thank you for coming on today. spending valuable time. Thank you so much. Pumpkin Joe, Jack Eastman, thank you so much for coming on. Kevin Nash, Mr. Kevin Nash, Bell Pruitt, Jack, Rick Morris, thank you for coming on today. Scott Expat, Tom Shipman, thank you for coming on today. Kevin Nash's Kitchen, Timmy, thank you for coming on today. Tom Shipman, thank you all guys. Thank you for spending your valuable time. Bell Pruitt, Michael and Heidi, thank you for coming on. Mark King, thank you. Thank you for coming on today. Scott Expat, Pumpkin Joe, thank you for coming on. Hong, thank you for coming on, Hong. It's so nice to see you. Michael Hyde, Rick Morris, Rick King, Kevin Nash, watching the Philippine train wreck. How you doing? Yep, thank you for coming on today. I want to thank everybody for spending their valuable time. Man, it sounds like I made the right decision to head to Thailand. I'm hearing nothing but issues about living in the Philippines. Yeah. Jack, maybe. Go over there to Thailand, enjoy yourself. Spend some time there. Then come to the Philippines, see if you like it. I think you'll get better food in the long run in Thailand. That's what everybody's telling me. Kevin P., a lot of guys tell me the food there is just fantastic and really delicious. Here, you're going to struggle a little bit on the food. You really will. I wish I could tell you different. I wouldn't lie to you, that's for sure. No benefit in it. I just, I'm thinking about where I'm going to get some protein for lunch today if I'm not going to leave the house. But I want to thank everybody. And thank you for coming on. Yeah, it's already, wow, time flew. I can't believe time flies like that, huh? So thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time. You know, I've been thinking about Thailand too. I tell you what, if I had a do-over, if I had a do-over, I'd go to Thailand first. I go Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, Bali. I'd go there first before I'd come to the Philippines. I told Ruth that. She said, you know what, may not have been a bad idea. We even asked ourselves the other day is if we were doing the right thing by moving to what we did. And we're saying that no matter where we live, it's the same. Because we've been all over. You guys, you know, we've been all over because we couldn't broadcast where we were at, you know. But we've been all over. And it's all the same. Same sorry store here is the same that was 5,000 miles over this way. Not really 5,000, but 500 miles. Same sorry store over here in Bohol that it is right over here in CDO. It's just the same environment. My wife is watching. Now she's mad Miss Philippines did not make the final cut. It's on? Is it on? No. I understand that, Davo. Good to see you, Davo, Gary. But yeah. Anyway, I'm calling the stream. We've been on 2 hours and 10 minutes. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for spending your valuable time with me today. And I'll see you guys next time, next week. On Right Now. Well, I can tell you what, I can't miss that. I got to go see it. See you guys.